If you've been following my Positive Discipline series, you'll know that we've talked about the flipped lid. And the flipped lid is when your prefrontal cortex, that part of your brain that helps you to reason and to self-regulate, that part is offline. The reason it's offline is because you're triggered. We've talked a lot about the importance of bringing back the prefrontal cortex before you work with your child to problem solve any situation. What we haven't really talked about is strategies for doing that. So today I'm going to share just that, how to connect with yourself first so that then you can connect with your child. So stick around. Hi, I am Pilar Bewley, and today I want to give you a wonderful tool that you probably won't find in Positive Discipline books. However, it is a tool that will help you whenever you want to implement a Positive Discipline tool, because it will allow you to first self-regulate so that then you can help your child to self-regulate. And the tool that I'm talking about today is the power of the pause. So let me show you how this works. Let's imagine that your child is really frustrated because they don't want to do their handwriting practice. And they are to the point where they're throwing their book around the room, or they're breaking their pencil in half, or they've shut down and they just don't want to cooperate. We've probably all been there. If it's not with handwriting, it's with math or any other subject. Okay, can you respond when your child is in flipped lid mode? No. And what happens when your child's in flipped lid mode? You're probably going to do this too. Two people in flipped lid mode doesn't work. Now, you need to self-regulate before you can help your child do the same. But how? Well, here's where the pause comes in. So we all have this gift to stop between the stimulus and the response. We can stop, and in that space is where our power lies. And a lot of psychologists and a lot of philosophers have spoken about the power of this pause. Today I'm going to show you how I do the pause and what has worked for me. So let's go back to the example of the handwriting. Your child is in total flipped lid mode. You're going into flipped lid mode as well. Instead of yelling or punishing or arguing, here's what you do. One hand goes on your heart. The other hand goes on your belly button. And you close your eyes. Doesn't matter what your child is doing, as long as they're obviously not tearing down the house. You close your eyes and you take a deep breath and you check in with yourself and you see, what's my body telling me? My heart is pounding, and you're doing this in your mind. You're not speaking unless you want to, but ideally just in your mind. My heart is pounding. Hands are jittery. Mouth is dry. Mind is racing. Shoulders are hunched. What is this feeling that these sensations are connecting me to? It's fear. It is fear. What am I afraid of? I'm afraid that my child is going to fail. I'm afraid my child is not going to be successful because they have no self-discipline. Fear. What's the positive side of fear? Why is this fear here? Now, everything has a duality. Everything has a yin and a yang. So you want to find out, what is the positive aspect of this fear? Well, this fear is showing me that, my child is really important to me and I want them to be successful. So let's thank that fear. Thank you, fear, for showing up and showing me how much my child matters to me. Now, is fear the best way to communicate with my child about how much they matter to me? Probably not. What's a better way of communicating? Curiosity. I want to be curious and find out what is getting in the way of my child wanting to practice their handwriting. What might curiosity sound like? Well, it might sound like, big question. It might sound like, hey, I notice you're struggling with your handwriting. What's going on? Let's check in with our body one more time before asking that question. Heart's not pounding anymore. Heart is calm. Shoulders, let's relax them a little bit. Hands aren't jittery. Mouth isn't dry. My mind isn't racing. I'm ready. Hey, I notice you're really struggling to practice your handwriting these days. What's going on? So as you can see, this is an internal process and it totally shifts you. It can take a minute. It can take a minute to do this once you've had practice. And it is a huge shift from flipped lid to completely self-regulated and ready to connect with your child. When you do this on a regular basis, it can completely transform how you respond to any situation, not just in your homeschool, but in your parenting life and even in your relationship with other people.